Hello and welcome to another Classic Collectibles video. Tonight I'm going to be continuing on with the theme today in celebration of May the 4th be with you and Revenge of the 5th and 6th. I celebrate it then too. Star Wars Week, I more so call it. And tonight I'm going to be doing 3 different Star Wars Episode 1 larger size collectible toys. And they're kind of semi-dusty. More times than not, I don't let my stuff get dusty. I very carefully pack it away in boxes. But every once in a while, a couple of pieces will get away from me. And these are a few that got away from me. Some particularly valuable pieces, actually. Just going to clean them up and get them ready for pictures tomorrow and listing for sale. So go ahead and show you. And yes, I am wearing a Star Trek shirt, working on Star Wars toys. My Star Wars shirt's in the wash. So anyway, have a look. And here we go, Star Wars Episode 1. This is a neat piece. It's Chancellor Valorum and Conuscant guard. And this is kind of a semi-rare piece. It's worth about $160. Nice piece. Just a little bit of box wear. It is unopened. Again, it's from the 1999 series. So it's a little dusty, as you can see. Unfortunately. So I'm just going to clean that up, and along with my other pieces. Then we have this piece. This is pretty nifty. Pretty cool. Luke Skywalker. And Princess Leia. And Han Solo. Triple pack. These are the larger figures, the 12-inch figures. So they're pretty cool. I like them. Again, from 1999. Pretty sure. 1998, actually. This one's got a little more box wear. These are semi-rare. Not overly rare. They're out there.
I should be able to get about 60-80 bucks for this. So that's pretty cool. And then the next piece, if you can see it there, a little bit, my thing's in the way a little bit. It's another quad pack. It's got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and the Stormtrooper and AT-AT driver. This is probably from '98. It is from 1998. A little bit of box wear, so it's just a little bit dirty. It's the one that's the least dirty. This one is a little bit rare in that it has all the uniforming on these figures are not factory clean. They factory dirtied them, so they would look like they've been out on the ice planet. You know, Han and Luke have a little bit of snow on their shoulders and breast, chest plate, and these guys are a little bit dirty and whatnot. Brand new in the package, unopened. So again, pretty darn cool. I'm probably going to start with the most dirty one first, because that one's going to take the longest. And I really hate my stuff to get dirty. I usually don't do that. Like I said, every once in a while one will get away from me. And just waiting for other people to come into chat. And I am streaming an hour late again. Kind of a trying day for me, so had a lot going on in prep for Star Wars week. A lot of spring cleaning, getting out toys that I haven't literally laid hands on in probably about 2 to 3 years. So other than that, pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet out on Klasic Kollectibles on my Twitter, and get some more people here. I know it's late, so I'm probably not gonna have a lot of people come. So I'm going to log out of my Klasic Kollectibles Twitter and log on to my Klasic Computers main one and tweet that out there. So yeah. So
I've been in one chair or another since I left my home world. My family gave me this cane. It's made from the wood of the garlandic tree. They had no idea.
Grab my link, and we'll get started. Have a nice leisurely evening. I'm only going to stream for about an hour. So yeah.
Not a chair, not a Cardassian station to stop me from chasing that dream.
You must feel a great deal of pride about everything you've achieved.
And I've achieved that, Commander, without being dependent on anybody.
So
To be honest, I prefer to work alone. It's simply
I am going to watch a lot,
I am not comfortable.
copious amounts of Star Wars, the movies, the animated series, 3D animated series, and streaming from my HP Star Wars laptop, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so let's get started and maybe wait a couple more minutes, see if anybody else comes. If not, then I will just I will mush forward. And see here. Wait a few more minutes. Tweet it out to some of my other YouTube-y streaming friends, acquaintances, and whatnot. So we'll just kind of prep in the meantime. Maybe with any luck, I'll actually be able to stream on time tomorrow. Generally, my stream times start at 9 p.m. Pacific time. I adjusted the microphone up, so it should be better. I adjusted it up to 85%, whereas yesterday it was 75%. And some people were saying it's still kind of a little low. So, Chancellor Valorum and his trusty Conuscant guard. Pretty neat. Oh.
That is the nicest thing you've said to me. Or anybody else. Are you hungry?
Just wait a couple more minutes and
Thinking about asking you to dinner.
see who shows up, if anybody.
Red alert.
And if not, we'll just go from there. I'll adjust my camera down a little bit if I can.
You like that sort of thing?
Well, I can adjust it down too much more. Then it starts to hit the base of the webcam. And I don't want to do that. So we'll just wait a couple more minutes. And then we will start.
What we're dealing with is coming out, meeting someone who's 85, 90 years old, can't get around, has no food.
Well, been streaming for
Just wants to give up his
15 minutes,
and that's
almost. So I'm gonna wait right at 15 minutes and start.
to be a blessing.
And anybody else coming late can just use that little rewind button on the live stream, or catch the first 15 minutes or first few minutes where I'm just describing the piece.
In Ukraine, there's no support network. They
Yeah.
don't have food cards or neighbors that come in to help. They're turning to us because they have nowhere else.
So pretty darn cool. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. Again, this is Star Wars Episode 1. Chancellor Valorum and Conuscant Guard. Fairly rare pack. I'm going to be probably getting 150, 160 for this. Thereabouts. So yeah. Gotta take my old price sticker off of it. Which, actually... Oh yeah, it said 140. I put these... Well, I didn't put... I had a helper put on stickers for me on packages when I did a Comic-Con. And he mistakenly put price stickers on the cardboard part of the packaging, which is a big no-no. You don't want to do that. That's a big no-no. If you put them anywhere, upper right-hand corner of the plastico, where the factory sticker went. Anyway, go ahead and get started and wipe this dust off. This dusty dust. And, look at that. That's a dusty son of a gun right there, I tell you. And again, normally I don't let this happen, especially to a valuable piece. But as I mentioned, every once in a while, one will get away from me like this. And, you know, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces. I tweeted out a pic on my Klasic computers Twitter showing one room of part of my collection. I'll put that picture up on my Klasic Kollectibles Twitter tonight or tomorrow. And show you guys. So it's hard to keep up. I'm just one person. Normally I don't like to hire people to do things for me. Very rarely do I hire somebody. But sometimes you just, you know, again, you're only one person, so you have to do something to get ahead. So really only the front was dirty because that's dusty, because that's the part that was facing up. And yeah, not that I broke one of my cardinal rules, but yeah, I don't like to let stuff get dirty, dusty. Don't want to break my own rules. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. So this is a piece that is factory sealed, never opened, but the top of the one of the 3 factory seal tapes came undone. So you don't want to just peel it off, otherwise you'll go rip, and you'll rip a whole thing of graphic off, and you don't want to do that. So you just take a sharp razor blade, and you just kind of come along and peel it off, cut it off rather. So that way nobody comes along and does what you don't want to do, which is to cut it off, pull it off rather. So there we go, that's pretty good. That will work. There's a loose piece in there. It's the Conuscant guard's gun. It's kind of flopping around in there. I'm trying to remember. It was up here. As you can see, you can just barely make out the little ribbon tire that ties it to the package right there. So now I have to debate whether to bust open the factory seal and reattach it, or just leave it alone, because this is a semi-valuable piece worth about $150, $160. You know, only this one piece of tape is open. I would have to cut the other 2 to open it. And the bottom is 100% factory sealed with 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces tape. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of leave it like that. I'm not going to open the package because generally speaking, somebody wants to buy it, the first thing they look at, one of the first things other than the exterior condition is, has the factory seal been broke? And if so, why? So this particular piece, I'm just going to let that piece kind of flop around inside. I hate to do that, but I'd rather leave the factory seal 99% sealed. I mean, if you pick up the package right, you know, the piece won't move. It'll just stay in its little corner where it's supposed to be. So if you're not flipping it around and flopping it around, it'll be fine. So that's probably just what I'm going to do. Keep it like that. It's not that big of a deal. Normally I would come back with a little Windex or something and clean this glass better. A lot of times you just breathe on it like that, like you're cleaning a pair of glasses, and that suffices. Just so long as you're not, you know, spitting on it or anything. So there's the piece all done and cleaned. That didn't take very long, did it? So there we have it. There we have it in all its glory. Paramount.
I didn't even make it there.
You will. There's no concussion. You can reschedule your mission for tomorrow.
It looks like I'm streaming a little bit too late for people to join chat. For the few that are in there now. 9. Most of the time when I start my stream, especially if I start it late, just as I'm starting the stream, people are going to bed, especially, you know, East Coast and Midwest. So. But that's okay. So this is a really cool piece. Again, kind of semi-rare. I should be able to get about $150, $160 for it. So it's pretty nifty. It's pretty darn nifty. So I'll just kind of let that sit there for a few minutes until maybe more people show up in chat, maybe. I don't know.
Would you like to come in?
How do you like that wipe? Again, the software I'm using is Telestream Wirecast. Really good piece of software. It's the most current version of Telestream Wirecast Pro, actually. They're one of my show sponsors from Ustream from many years ago when Wirecast basically first started. So, yeah. So, go back to the view.
What do I do? Just give a channel push. It's easy.
Check Twitter. I'll check Twitter. Check my Twitter. And I'm streaming late, I know. Generally I start at 9 p.m. But what can you do? I'm only one person and I can't get everything on the face of the planet done in one day. Did a little bit of spring cleaning today. Yeah, to make room to be more accessible to some of my Star Wars toys. And to get to some of my Star Wars toys, I had to dig through Star Trek toys, and Lord of the Rings toys, and the Matrix toys, and Universal Studios monsters. That's something I really like to collect too. Not very many people know about them, but they're very cool. I'll show you some of those maybe toward, well, maybe soon. Or I'll definitely show those during Halloween, my Halloween streams. That's when I sell those the most. So yeah. You can just check out this cool vacuum sweep.
So what do you like about Consumer Cellular?
Consumer Cellular is the best value.
So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm just gonna kind of take my time. And, oh, you know what? I feel a little bit of remnants there from old factory, or not factory, but toy store sticker. Price tag. I'm gonna do my Scotch tape trick that I showed you guys before to get sticky from price tags off. You make a piece of tape about 2 inches long, and you just fold it sticky side down between your forefinger there, and you just kind of make like a kind of a dabber, if you will, and then you just go along and you hold it taut and dab, and sometimes you can dab, drag, and that'll get off the stubborn stuff. And I'm getting some of it off. Now some people complain and say that really doesn't work, you're wasting your time, you're damaging the package, but here's proof it works. You see I've only done it for a few seconds. There's the proof in the pudding that it does work. And there's another way you can do it too for real stubborn. You actually stick the tape on and you peel it off real fast, but you don't peel it off straight up. You kind of want to pull diagonally, like kind of like that, so that way you can get the pieces off. And you go like this to really get the tape on good. You kind of scratch it on hard and you pull off like that, and see there's more. I know that's hard to see, but it does work. And then you can, of course, use the stick drag method. Stick drag, stick drag, stick press 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 drag. And I'm getting quite a bit of it up. It works pretty well. You want to go in different directions. I've been known to sit here and do this on some pieces literally for an hour to get off really stubborn old stickers that just the sticky has become gummy once you pull the sticker off, and it's just a gummy mess. Those are really hard. Now if this piece were absolutely perfect, sharp corners, no busted seal on the top, one of the seals on top, if this was absolutely pristine, perfect, showroom, 100%, I would probably be able to get right at $200 for it. So it's a nice piece. Pretty darn special, as I like to call it. I'll get it really nice and centered on the camera so you can have a gander at it and bask in its awness.
If you have no objections.
Excuse me.
Play something by Delvok. Delvok never seems Vulcan to me. There's too much emotion in his music.
Oh, so yeah, pretty cool piece. I'll probably start my other piece in a few minutes here. Just waiting to see if anybody else shows up in chat
I think so.
and stream.
You made it work? Now and then. I mean, really work. Oh,
So yeah,
really work. Well, for that,
pretty cool.
150 years? Oh, that's a long time.
Bask in its greatness. Both have velveteen jackets.
Our species are just
So if this doesn't sell
when has that ever stopped
over the Star Wars week,
hopelessly in love with it?
I'm probably going to I put the boxes in a box, a storage box, and what had happened is I dog-eared the the flaps on the box, and they came open, and the box was so far on the other side of the room I really couldn't get to them until today. Took me like 4 hours to get to it. I even had to bust up an old family couch that's been in our family since 1961. A couch that nobody's sat on in probably 25 years. So my brother helped me take a skill saw to it and cut it in half because it's like 9 feet long. And then we just threw it outside, threw it away. And I did take the maple. It had real maple legs and real maple hand-carved trim on it, so I did pull that off of it. So I'll repurpose those. And so once I did that, I was able to access this. So if this doesn't sell, when I rebox it, I'll make sure to either put it in a new box or dog-ear the flaps of the box closed better. So it doesn't come flipping open.
I had nothing to do with the hijacking itself. I was only the middleman. Trafficking in stolen goods isn't enough to get you your own
So pretty darn cool piece. I like it.
I can honestly say justice was served. I would imagine Thalid cocked his
Really nothing like Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is such a popular franchise. Even the three older original movies are still popular. People still watch them. Kids watch them for the first time and they just watch them in awe. They think they're pretty darn cool, even though they're old, in the 70s and such. And what with the newest movie that just came out not too long ago, and I think there's another 2 to 3 movies in the works, and then the Han Solo movie coming out very, very shortly. So it's a never-ending series. Only thing I wish is that there had been more Star Wars TV shows. Like right now I'm watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine. There's been, all these Star Trek shows from the original clear on up to, Next Generation, Enterprise, all the Star Trek shows. I just wish there had been more Star Wars shows. And yeah, there's the 3D animated shows and whatnot, but it would have been something else if they put something like the Star Trek series on TV. That would have been really cool. That would have been really cool. Okay, so I think I've hit on this one long enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue. I guess nobody else is going to show up because I started to stream too long. I waited too long, rather. So I'm going to start on my my next piece. I guess I'll just do the next dirtiest one, which is this one. And it's not too bad. I have some old sticky to take off, and a little bit dusty from about here on, because this one, the one I just worked on, was laying on top of this one here. And there's a little bit of damage, actual crack and cracked open damage right here in the corner. You can see my finger here. It's really small. So the packaging is not in the best condition, but the contents are absolutely mint. Everybody is holding their respective gun and accessories. Nothing's fallen off. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing flopping around in there. So that's good. So this is a pretty cool piece. I like it. It's fun. So yeah. So I'm gonna grab a fresh beverage and be right back. And we'll get started on this wonderful 3-piece pack. I love this piece. It's pretty cool.
Incline study, participants lost an average of 20 pounds.
It's easier to put on the jeans. Well, I don't know. How do I look? I'm 55.
I feel fantastic.
Fantastic.
You want to get from point 0 to Mach 2.
Go get it. It's life changing. Go to NordicTrack.com now.
Something wrong? Not that I'm aware of. We have something in common. We do. I don't like Quark either. But I can't let you kill him.
Kill him? Did he tell you I was going to do that?
I know of your history together.
Let bygones be bygones, I always say.
And I always say, you can tell a man's intentions by the way he walks.
How do I walk?
Like someone carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Must be the memory of those Romulan bricks I carried for 8 years.
Must be.
But you can't lock a man up for the way he walks, can you?
On stage. Don't want to do it. Okay.
I'd say he's a man as opposed to me. I have no reason to hold him for now.
Alright. I am back
Best I can.
and on the attack.
I suggest you carry a combat with you at all times.
So
Sign of trouble.
I was kind of hoping some of my friends from other streams that I follow were gonna come, but it is late. I started my stream an hour late again. I think tomorrow. Let me get. Whoops. tomorrow, I was saying, I think tomorrow I will tweet early. I'm going to try to anyway. Tweet early, and then I'll DM, direct message, some people I follow and that are internet friends of mine, and let them know I'll be streaming hopefully at 9, no later than 9:30. And yeah, one in particular that I've been wanting, actually several, but he's kind of a fellow toy collector, toy guy. His name's Angry Veteran. So I'm hoping he checks me out. And, he had streamed something about toys a few weeks ago or a week ago or so. So that kind of prompted me to stream on YouTube. So thank you for that. Not that I've never streamed on YouTube before, but again, my home streaming is Ustream TV. I stream on there every day since 2006. So I have millions and millions and millions and millions of stream hours over there. So hopefully he checks me out, and Tomahawk Sean and Truthfully Trisha and a bunch of others. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, I know I will get haters for saying that, because people love to hate people love to hate people who they hate. So yeah, go figure. Anyway. So yeah, enough said. Go back and show the piece again. Show you this nifty vacuum effect via Telestream Wirecast Pro. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start on this piece because I can. It's not real dirty, just from here on is dusty because I had that other piece resting on it. So it's not particularly dirty per se. Just needs a sprucing up, if you will. And that's pretty much it. You don't want to press too hard on this. You don't want to press too hard on the these old plastic windows, or you're going to find yourself busting through it, because over time they do become brittle. This corner is proof of that. If I were to put much more pressure on it than that, I would split it right down the thing. So this piece is good for the affordable collector that doesn't want to pay, $100 for this piece that's in pristine condition, as it looks like it was bought yesterday, which this piece does not look like it was bought yesterday. This piece looks like it was bought in 1998 when it was originally made. So I'm just kind of giving it a spruce up, and that's it. Just a spruce up. This is factory sealed, but the two tape seals on this end have since cracked open. I'll show them to you. Ever since cracked open here. Okay, unfortunately. But it is, for all intents and purposes, factory sealed. I think the other end is sealed. Yeah, the other end here is sealed. See? See when I pull up, but nothing. So it's factory sealed. Unfortunately, the other end is not. Which is okay. In a way it's kind of good, and in a way it's bad. In the way that it's bad is that the factory seal is broken. In a way that it's good is if any of these guns or accessories become loose from the package, you can just simply open the opened end, very carefully slide it out, reattach it, slide it back in. So there is that. That's kind of a plus, for lack of a better term. So that tissue is spent. I've used all sides on that. Now I'll come back with my microfiber and just kind of take away the little dust that is left behind from, typically left behind from tissue. And this is a rag I used for my guitar polishing, so this is already kind of, you know, from me wiping off wax and polish from guitars, it's kind of become impregnated with polish and wax, so it will clean, kind of clean the plastic here. So that's good. It'll clean it up real nice, like. And that's about as far. That's kind of about as far as I can go with this piece, I think. I already took the factory sticker. This one was originally from Toys R Us, and there was a round sticker here that said special, and then there was the price tag originally here. I forget what the price was originally on this back in 1998 or 1998. I want to say the original price, factory price, was $30. I could be wrong on that, but at the very least that's probably pretty close to the price. I've been streaming for 50 minutes. I'm going to do the other package, and the stream might go over an hour, a little bit over an hour. And then tomorrow night we'll have some more pieces to do. I don't know what yet. There's some pieces that were in the box that I pulled, the giant storage box that I had, that I pulled these out of. They're kind of semi-dusty, so I might pull those tomorrow depending on what they are. We'll see. I'll probably have at the very minimum 3 pieces, if not 4 or 5, or possibly more. This is a pretty cool piece. It's got, you know, it's got Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia and Han Solo. Can't beat that. No, that's pretty cool. I do have another pack that's like this that has Darth Vader, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's a really cool piece. Actually, Darth Vader's in the middle, Yoda's here, and Obi-Wan Kenobi's over here. Very cool piece. Maybe I'll get that out tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see. I wasn't able to take pictures of the 3 pieces I did yesterday because it was kind of rainy here yesterday, and I like to take my pictures outside for natural light, so I was unable to take pictures of those pieces, so I should be able to take pictures of those pieces tomorrow and have those on my Facebook page and Twitter page for you guys to gander at. And even when you're done cleaning, you kind of tend to find a little piece of dirt you can scratch off or take off or clean up. Ooh, excuse me. Had a little bit of hay fever going on here. I did a lot of dust cleaning today, so I'm kind of feeling the effects of that. But not too bad. Anyway. So I have one more piece to clean after that. I'll probably clean that in a few minutes here. And I'll let you guys ogle this a little more, because it's such a cool piece. Now the other set I showed you was a piece that was kind of factory relict, if you will. It had a little dirt on uniforms, a little snow. That's the piece I'll do next. These are clean. These are all 100% clean. They have real fabric pants, real fabric garb, shirts, coats, real sewn pockets. Pretty intricate pieces. I think this piece I'll probably get about $60 to $75 for. It's a pretty cool piece, despite the packaging not being in the best condition. And, you know, a little bit of damage here, and then the crack up here. If this were a 100% museum quality piece, I'd probably get 110, 120 for it, thereabouts. A nice piece. Pretty cool. You got the you can't really see them too well, but you got those goggles, those kind of binoculars that Luke Skywalker looks through, right down here. And then he's got his gun. Princess Leia has her kind of staff gun thing. Luke Skywalker also has his lightsaber, and it's blue, transparent blue. She has her helmet, the one that gives her the funny voice. She's got a hand grenade in her hand. Han Solo has his laser rifle, laser pistol, and then there's 2 red kind of projectiles, if you will. I believe those go actually into Han Solo's gun, and you can actually shoot those out. Or is it Luke Skywalker's gun? It's Luke Skywalker's gun. Well, I think it's both. I think it's Luke Skywalker's gun or Han Solo's gun. And then you can kind of press a little button, and it'll shoot it out kind of by spring loaded. So this is a really cool set. Very intricate. Everything's kind of hand sewn or machine sewn. You can see the stitching, and pretty cool piece. Very detailed, very intricate. So I will wait right at 11, and then I'll start on my other piece at 11. And this video will go a little bit over an hour, and then we'll be done. And then I'll have more goodies tomorrow, barring any issues coming on at all or late. Pretty cool piece. I like it. You just really don't have anything bad to say about a Star Wars toy like this. Just the coolness of it, you know. I mean, just really, come on. Such a cool piece. I got this from a collector friend of mine. Out in the he lives out in the desert, and he bought this stuff brand new. He's kind of a semi-old timer, and he's got cancer, and so he's been selling me stuff over the past couple of 2-3 years. I bought quite a bit from him and his wife. Very nice people. He's got literally probably another 30-foot truckload full of stuff I could get from him. I mean, he just has probably 60-70% of his stuff is Star Wars, but he also has Star Trek. I bought a lot of Star Trek stuff from him, and also bought some Snake Plissken action figures from him. They're pretty cool. Pretty neat. And he's got some other stuff that I bought from him. Very nice couple. Very nice people. He sells on eBay too. I forget his username right now. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. But maybe I'll put that in the description tonight or tomorrow. You can check him out. What's his username on eBay? Oh, I know it's something sound or sound something sound. I might remember it here in a minute. Yeah, I just don't remember right now. Good guy though. Ooh, and that singing on the Star Trek Deep Space Nine is atrocious from a Klingon. Isn't this great? Sitting here watching Star Trek, wearing a Star Trek t-shirt, working on a Star Wars toy. Funny stuff. Very funny stuff. Very funny stuff. And that is the end of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So that is my marker to put this piece aside and get the next piece. It's going to be kind of in the way, so I'm just going to... Oh. This is the biggest of the 3 pieces. And then I'll put this one over here. Have that ready for pictures tomorrow along with the other one. This one is, I think, from 1999. 98 also. Kenner. This is a Kenner one. Whereas my first one was Hasbro, and the other one was Kenner also. The real deal stuff. The real deal, as it were. Very cool 4-pack. Depicting Hoth with Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Stormtrooper, and a AT-AT driver. Pretty cool. And these have been, the uniforms have been relicked, kind of factory dirtied, and a little bit of snow on the shoulder and chest of Han and Luke. Pretty darn cool. This one's the least dirty, and let's double check the factory seal. The factory seal is 100% good on this. There There's no breakage of the factory seal anywhere. And the box isn't in too bad of condition. The plastic is a little bit warped, but that's kind of par for the course on virtually every one of these, even ones that are 100% mint considered. There's warpage of the front plastic here. But it's in pretty good shape. A lot of the corners are still fairly sharp. You know, the package isn't warped one this way or this way. It's pretty well straight. It's a pretty nice piece. This piece I should be able to get about $60 to $80 for.
You don't look like us.
I am not a member of your race.
Nice piece. So we'll go ahead and start cleaning it here, and yeah.
Came here on a ship, but it crashed, like yours.
Excuse me.
Is he good too?
Yes.
What were you doing to him?
Alright, so I'll use my older tissue that I cleaned off just to get some of the big stuff off of. So that way I don't have to dirty up a new one too badly, too quickly. Most of the dust is from about here on that one. And again, I will finish it up with microfiber piece. Excuse me. So yeah, it's a very cool piece. So I'm hoping to sell these over the Star Wars week here. Kind of in a way. I'm hoping I don't, because they're such cool pieces. Especially the first piece I showed you that was Star Wars Episode 1, Chancellor Valorum and Conuscant Guard. That was particularly a cool piece. Anyway, I'll just kind of go back and forth on the piece here. Oh yeah, I'll show you the back. Show you guys the back, dummy. If I don't knock my microphone over first. There's the back of it with the webcam focus. There. It's a pretty cool piece. I like it. And you can, with these packs that are a 2-pack, 3-pack, and 4-pack, you can actually take the box apart, as depicted right here, and you can use the box to set up a scene, because the backdrop of the toy has a scene of, well, with the webcam focus there. On webcam focus. Usually focuses faster than that. There you go. Sometimes if you put your hand in front of it, it'll focus faster. Little tech tip there for you. Yeah, you can see the blue there. That's got a picture of a Hoth battle scene in it. And you can actually use the box once you've taken the figures out to kind of make a little scene. So that's pretty cool. And that's the way with most of these boxes. You can take the box apart. And Han's, as I mentioned before, Han's gun, actually, let's see if I can show you here. Again, there's 4 red projectiles, and then 2 of Han's guns there. You could load Han's gun here, and it'll actually shoot out one of those red laser projectiles. So that's pretty cool, and it gives the instructions on how to load his gun and how to fire it. So that's pretty neat. pretty darn neat. You just gotta love this stuff. Oh, mercy. So I'm just going to go over the back of it with a clean new tissue very lightly. And even though it's been boxed away in a box, you can still see a little bit of dirt. You know, every time you clean this stuff, you're always able to clean something off of it again. This is a very cool piece. I love this piece. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty darn special. I do say so myself. Boom. And this is a factory sealed piece. See? The tape is not broke. Most of the time the factory seals them with either 3 pieces or 2 pieces. They'll have a piece here, a piece here, a piece here, and a piece here. Or, no, excuse me, they'll have 3 pieces. 1 piece here, 1 piece here, 1 piece here, or 2 pieces. It just depends on no particular thing. It just kind of depends on whoever the person is packaging it. Kind of, more or less. And here's the... I'll show you the bottom of the package. Is just kind of a nothing special, just kind of a re-pop, a re-showing of that. So, okay. So clean this, and then I'll clean this very carefully. You don't want to crack or break the plastic on the top. Oh, my back hurts pretty well, so I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done cleaning this piece, I think I'm gonna end this video probably at the next commercial break on my TV show here. Excuse me. Which is Star Trek Voyager. Isn't that funny? I'm watching Star Trek Voyager while working on a Star Wars toy. That's sacrilege to some Star Wars collectors, and sacrilege to some Star Trek collectors. So, yeah. And yeah, it picked up a little bit of more dirt, not much. Then I come back and finish it off with my microfiber. So when you do this, it leaves a little bit of dust on the edge of these, on the edge of the package where the plastic meets the, plastic meets the cardboard. Huh. Oops, I got the wrong piece here. So, pretty cool. There you have it. Finished. It doesn't take long to clean these, you know. Unlike when I'm doing a guitar video on classic guitar, and it takes me 2 to 4 hours to do a guitar. Here it's taken a little over an hour to do 3 Star Wars pieces. And I take my time, you know. I don't rush. I'm not in a huge flaming rush. because I don't need to be. Simple as that.
Have you ever seen this creature?
You can only see it when it comes for you.
I don't need to be in a big flaming rush.
I believe your anxiety about our situation is causing you to imagine the present.
It took the others. Jerry and Fela. The other children on the ship.
So, check Twitter, make sure nobody's...
It will take us.
Yeah, you know, I started my stream a little late. Again. But that's okay. I've recorded it, so... Best place for Star Trek memorabilia. Heroes and Icons TV.com. I've actually bought some Star Trek t-shirts from there before. And on Star Trek Day, I will do what I'm doing here with you guys for Star Trek Day. I'll probably wear this same Star Trek shirt and do some Star Trek toys while watching Star Trek. So that would be pretty fun. Pretty cool toy. I like it. Boy, had something like this came out when I was a kid. And similar stuff like this came out when I was a kid. Because, boy, when Star Wars came out, the movies came out, Star Wars was kind of pretty much the first highly merchandised movie that had toys and stuff out. Even just before the movies came out, they were already selling toys in a lot of cases. And then you could buy the pre-order 12 backs and mail your thing in to get your space to get them and all that. And I have those. I have a lot of vintage stuff. Maybe I'll show you some vintage stuff on maybe Saturday night, which will be the day before May the 4th be with you day, and show you an original. I have an original action figure holder with all the original 77, 78 action figures in it. Very cool piece. About $1,000 piece. Very cool.
Welcome to sick bay. I'm the chief medical officer.
Excuse me. So I'll probably let the stream run for a few more minutes. And then I'll go ahead and quit for the evening. So I'm pretty tired. My back hurts. I did a lot of work today. Again, it took me 4 hours to get to these pieces in my other storage room. And my other just one of my other storage rooms is it's about 35 feet by 22 feet. So it's really big. It's kind of a catch-all room. I've got toys in there. I've got pianos in there. I've got electric guitars in there. I've got a myriad of other things in there. But it took me quite a while to get to these today, and I haven't laid hands on these in about 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So this is a cool piece. So. This is pretty nice. I like this piece. Again, the good thing about it is all the weaponry and accessories are still tied up in their respective places. There's nothing bouncing around loose in there. I imagine maybe at some point something will come loose. Because like Han Solo's gun right here, his gun is only held down partially by a little tiny rubber band right here, and there's another rubber band here, another rubber band here that tie the piece to the character's leg. And over time, that rubber kind of turns to plastic and breaks. And at that point, the gun or accessory will just come loose and fall inside of the package. But I keep all my packages in boxes and out of the sun and out of the heat and out of the cold and out of the dampness and out of the water. So everything is pretty much in the same condition as when I bought it from a friend of mine. So yeah, pretty cool piece. I like it. So pretty cool. Yeah. It's even getting a little dusty in here. I gotta clean off my workspace a little bit. Not that it's dirty, but it's kind of semi-dusty. I'll give you guys a tour of this room again, maybe this weekend. This is kind of a small catch-all room. It's only, I think the size of this room is 16 by 16 feet, and it is packed to the rafters. Mostly I do my classic guitar work in here. 100% of the time, not even 99% of the time, but 100% of the time. I've got a piano in the back that's, you know, 300-plus-year-old piano. I've got a keyboard over here. I've got some toys on the wall. I've got guitar amplifiers. My brother has a thing of highly collectible foil hologram basketball cards. I got a collectible poster in a frame. I got a lot of cool stuff in here. I'll show you guys maybe this weekend. And yeah, I gotta reorganize my desk, my table, work table here a little bit. maybe after the weekend. Yeah.
A Vulcan approaches every situation logically. Now I must begin work on my shuttle. We will resume the search for the other children once the sensors are operational.
I'm doing pretty good at battery power on my laptop. Turn off the lighted keyboard. That'll make the battery last a little longer. I've had it on all this time. Whoops. I get pretty good battery power out of this Star Wars HP laptop. Even if the keyboard's lit, and I have, you know, I'm using the webcam and I'm live streaming, and you know the fans are spun up. I'm doing video rendering and audio rendering for a stream. I get about almost 3 hours of battery life out of it. So it's a pretty cool laptop. I actually have several of these laptops. I really liked them when they came out. This particular one somebody got as a birthday gift, and unbeknownst to the gift giver, they already had one. So he sold me this one. It was brand new in the box, factory sealed, for $350. That was a screaming deal, because new they were like, I think, $800 or $900 new. I want to say $800 actually. 17-inch, 17-inch laptop. Yeah, pretty cool. I showed it to you guys in my stream last night.
Let the outside world fade away. You exist only inside your mind.
Yeah, that's really great. Really great piece.
meditative state.
And again, all the
I have 4 children. Now you must concentrate.
costumes, uniforms are very highly detailed. They're real cloth. All the pockets and sleeves and pants and everything are stitched. You can see the stitching in them. They are actually stitched. Very cool. Highly detailed. They really went to a lot of work to produce these. They knew collectors were gonna buy them and keep them boxed and keep them as a collector piece. They also knew that they were going to be bought for kids as toys to play with, so they wanted them pretty well made and pretty stout, which they are. That's pretty cool. Oh boy, my back is killing me from today's work. Oh. Okay, so commercial break on my show. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So, thanks for watching another Classic Collectibles video, and tomorrow night I will do some more Star Wars action figures and toys. Pretty cool. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.